They put my name on the building last spring, gold letters, right above the front doors. My grandson drove me there so I could see it, and everyone shook my hand and called me a legend. And I stood there in the cold, looking up at my own name, and I felt nothing. Nothing at all. I kept waiting for the pride to come, the way it used to. But it didn't come, it just didn't. But that isn't why I'm talking to you today. My name is Walter. I'm 89 years old. I live in a small town called Millbrook, up near the lake, in a house that's far too big for one old man. I was born in 1936. My father dug coal. His hands were black in the creases, even after he scrubbed them raw at the sink. He used to say one thing over and over: Walter, be somebody. Don't you end up like me. I was maybe 7 when he first said it. And I believed him completely. So I decided, right then, that I would climb, higher than anybody. I'd get so high up that no one could ever look down on my family again. I didn't know yet that a mountain can be the wrong mountain. I started with nothing. Swept floors at a hardware store when I was 14. By 26, I owned that store. By 40, I owned 11 of them across 3 states. People wrote about me in the paper. The boy from the coal town who made good. And I loved it. God help me. I loved every second of it. Before I go on, let me ask you something. How old are you right now? Just type the number below. I like knowing who's sitting with me tonight, and it makes an old man feel less alone. Because here's the part I don't tell people. There was a night in 1971, in October, I think, cold. My wife Eleanor sat at the kitchen table with our daughter's school drawing in her hands. Ruthie had drawn our family, 3 little stick people. But she'd drawn me way off to the side, separate, with a little briefcase. Eleanor looked at me and said, "She drew you far away, Walter. Do you see that?" And I said I'd fix it after the Ohio deal closed, the Ohio deal. That's what I said to my own wife. I still hear my voice saying it, but that's not what hurt me most. Not yet. Let me tell you about Eleanor for a minute, because you should know who she was. She was the kind of woman who remembered everybody's birthday, who'd leave a plate of food on the neighbor's porch when their husband got sick. She wrote little notes and hid them in my coat pockets so I'd find them on the road. I still have some. I'm not going to read them to you. Some things a man keeps and stay with me tonight, because after she was gone, I found one of those notes I'd never seen before. Just a few words. It nearly finished me. I'll tell you what it said before we're done. For 41 years, she waited for me to come home. Really come home. Not just walk through the door with my head still in a spreadsheet. And I kept saying, after this next one, after this next deal, I'll slow down. There's always a next one. That's the trick of it. Nobody warns you. The mountain never runs out of higher. I want to skip ahead now to 1998. We were rich by then, truly rich. A house on the lake, another in Florida. Cars I barely drove. Ruthie was grown. She'd married a school teacher, a good man, quiet, the kind I didn't understand back then, because he wasn't trying to be anybody. He was just happy. I remember being almost angry at him for that. Can you imagine? Angry at a man for being content. I haven't told anyone that before. Ruthie called me one evening. She was crying. She said, "Dad, I'm pregnant. You're going to be a grandfather." And do you know what I said? I said, "That's wonderful, sweetheart. Listen, can I call you back? I'm walking into a meeting." I never called back that night. I meant to. I really did. I forgot. I forgot the night my daughter told me she was making me a grandfather. The next part is the one I wish I could change more than any other. In 2009, Eleanor got sick. It moved fast, faster than the doctor said it would. And for the first time in my whole life, I stopped climbing. I cancelled everything. I sat by her bed in that hospital for weeks. I held her hand until my own hand went numb, and I didn't move it. One afternoon, it was a Tuesday, there was rain on the window. She opened her eyes and looked at me. Clear. Like her old self for just a moment, she said, "There you are. That's all. There you are." like I'd been away on a long trip and finally walked in the door. And I understood in that second exactly what I had done with my life. 41 years. And she'd been waiting the whole time for me to just be there. She died 3 days later. I'm sorry. Give me a moment. After the funeral, the house was so quiet, I could hear the clock in the hall from every room. I'd never noticed that clock in 40 years. Suddenly, it was the loudest thing I owned. I sat in her chair. She had a chair by the window where she read, and I found a note in the side of the cushion. One of her little notes? Old. The paper gone soft. It just said, "Proud of you anyway." That one word nearly finished me, because I knew what it meant. She was proud of me anyway, in spite of it all, in spite of every deal, every cancelled dinner. Every after this next one, she loved me anyway. And I had spent my whole life earning a love I already had for free. Now, let me tell you why I said the wrong mountain. For a long time after Eleanor passed, I thought my mistake was working too hard. That's what everybody says, isn't it? Don't work too much. It's on posters. But that's not it. That's not the real thing. I didn't fail because I climbed. I failed because I never once stopped to ask whose mountain it was. I was climbing my father's mountain, a frightened little coal miner's dream of never being looked down on. I picked it up when I was 7 years old, and I never put it down long enough to ask if it was even mine. It wasn't. It was fear, dressed up as ambition. I spent 80 years proving I wasn't small, when nobody who loved me ever thought I was small in the first place. That's the whole thing. That's the lesson. If you take nothing else from an old man tonight, take that. Climb if you want to, but climb something you actually chose, not something you're running from. I told you at the start that they put my name on that building. Gold letters. I'll tell you what I felt standing there. I felt like I was reading the name of a stranger. Somebody who traded everything soft and warm and alive for letters that don't love you back and never will. My daughter Ruthie, she comes by on Sundays now. Took us years to find our way back to each other. There were seasons she didn't answer the phone, and I don't blame her. I earned that silence. But she comes now. And she brings my great-grandchildren, and they climb all over this old furniture and knock things off the shelves. And it's the best noise in the world. Last Sunday, the littlest one, Emma, drew a picture at my kitchen table, our family. And she put me right in the middle this time, right in the middle. I had to go stand in the pantry for a minute so she wouldn't see my face. So here's what I want to ask you, and I want you to be honest, just between us. Whose mountain are you climbing? Is it really yours? Or did somebody hand it to you a long time ago when you were too young to know you could say no? Think about it tonight, before you close your eyes. There's still time to climb down and pick a better one. There's more time than you think, I promise you that. I'm 89 and I'm still learning how to be there. So it's never too late. It just gets harder to waste. Thank you for sitting with an old man tonight. It means more than you know. If an old man's words found you where you needed them tonight, stay with me. Subscribe, and I'll keep telling you the things it took me 89 years to learn. I'd hate to talk to an empty room. Next time, I'll tell you about the one phone call I've regretted for 50 years, and the strange thing that happened when I finally made it right. Until then, go home. Really go home. The people who love you are still waiting for you to walk in the door.